name is Farhan Masood, and I did not came from Pakistan today. Well, so 2 years ago, I won an MIT Innovation Award, and I came here, and I decided to live here for the rest of my life. And my colleagues call me a crazy scientist. I know that I'm crazy. I'm not sure about the scientist part. So my company here was based on this scene in the movie called Minority Report. You guys remember Minority Report? So like a big Steven Spielberg fan, and it's like I have no shame to tell that Tom Cruise follows me on Twitter as well. So Solo Insight is basically is a compliance enforcement platform, and that plugs into enterprise tools like SAP, Workday, Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics, Salesforce, SafeSite, for example, and it's designed for large workforces. And it results into direct payroll savings, litigation and insurance savings, increase in productivity, safety, and security. So it's like a choke point of your company that we actually worked and researched on for the last 20 years, and actually enhanced and built algorithms around that technology. So it's a big problem, as my friends described here. It's like over $200 billion is another $100 billion that costs the industry to solve for injuries. And globally, there are 2.3 million deaths every year at the work sites. And it's like I was reading about the violence that actually happens at the work. It's like 2 people every day die in America because of violence at work. And around 4,600 people get injured every day at work. And those are the stats from Tyco. It's a big and complex problem, and we are actually solving it. So as you see that there are different type of people walk into your facilities. There are workforce, you have contractors, you have non-employees, you have visitors, and there are all different type of complexities and rules and regulations that you have to run for each. And there are loaner workers, there are field workers that you need to actually really address. So we created a suite of algorithms, artificial intelligence engine, so that you don't have to build that. We do all that complex work on the cloud. And we actually reinvented access control. We call it access control 2.0. My colleagues call it access control on steroids. It's called CloudGate. It's named after Chicago. So this access control device has 3D facial and iris recognition. That's one of the technologies that I've been researching on for the last 20 years and written algorithms around. There is basically a shape-shifting QR code reader. That's a newer technology in distributing contractor passes and making them safer for not to be able to use by someone else. It has palm vein, RFID, it has beacons, it has an IPS touchscreen, 360-degree surveillance. And you would be thinking it's really, really expensive. But we give it to you for free for using our software platform. So this is how the CloudGate works. It's a global recognition platform in the cloud. "3D face plus eyes, palm vein recognition, eye beacon, RFID, QR code." So we actually save your existing investments. 360-degree surveillance cameras, tailgating sensors. We actually solve for a major problem around punch duplication and missing punches. So people can choose the way they want to be recognized. And the people who actually have biometric disabilities, 7% of the world has biometric disabilities. They don't have either fingerprints or they have cataracts in their eyes. They can still get in. We give choice to the people, how they want to use it. So the first problem was to solve for the identification of people. And then the second problem was to actually solve for the compliance. So we can actually enforce compliance as people walk into your facility. For example, health and safety enforcement, we actually ask people a question, were you safe at the facility today? That actually solves for the employees knowing that you care for them. At the same time, if there is any case of harassment or any case of injury, they are reported in real time. You can collect waivers in real time. You know that people are going into different places. We also have cafeteria integration so people can make their choices, how they want to eat. It's a big problem we solve for the cafeteria industry, by the way. And then it's like we know that a different type of a contractor has not watched this video, which was supposed to be watched. So if there is enough time at the gate, it's not rush hour, it will play the video at the gate, or otherwise it will direct you to the front desk where you have to watch this video before you come here. And it actually connects with all those major software tools. And as you may be thinking, it's a very fancy thing and it belongs to an office. We actually also created a rigid version for construction industry. And it's also available in portable container form, prefabricated containers that can be leased to be at the construction site for 6 months and longer periods. So the compliance access enforcement is not only just based on the logic, it's also based on artificial intelligence. It only asks questions when it knows that you need to ask this question. For example, there is a safety hazard at 13th floor, and the person who's going on the 13th floor only would get that hazard. So it won't enforce to everyone. So we let you ask you different questions. We actually enforce NDAs and waivers that people sign. And we can enforce videos. We can enforce other questions. And it comes with its own mobility platform. So it's like we understand that the people actually walk in and out facilities. The Android devices gotten cheaper, and you don't have to actually invest in infrastructure of building. So it's like we actually build a very smart tool, which is people aware, it's time aware, it's weather aware, situation aware. So it's like you can actually create the rule as complex as you want and enforce it. For example, you actually at this hazard area that you might fall down, it will actually direct you in real time that there is a hazard. So it's like you can actually create hazards, you can move them around within your facility without doing much. And then also the evacuations, in case of earthquake, in case of fires, you would know that where the people are in real time. And it's the muster points are gone. It's like it's the things of the past. Now we actually created the safety systems where people may have reached their home and they can actually tell you that they are safe. So the future of safety around the IoT, you guys have listening to a lot of Internet of Things buzz in the area. So we are actually doing a lot of integrations around your people's wellness. For example, Fitbit data can be integrated into the system in the real time, as well as we can actually take the body temperature of the people walking in. So we know that if there is any difference in change, they might be getting sick. You can actually identify from their wellness. We know that we integrate into Nest devices for example, the hazardous gases. And you can actually create notifications around different things in real time. And with Zebra Technologies, we're actually building the future of safety technologies and access control embedded into Microsoft. So what we see, you have heard a lot about the self-driving car from Tesla. So that's how we actually see the connected cars as the future of cars. We actually see connected pedestrians as the future of safety. So we are making the world a safer place, one step at a time. God bless America.